In 2020, the Victorian government let COVID-19 out of hotel quarantine, killing more than 800 people and leading to the lockup of 6.4 million people in their homes for months.
Those responsible for the 800 deaths face prosecution under Victoria's occupational health and safety laws. They will, no doubt, try to mount a defence in the courts. So let's look at the evidence and see whether any of their expected defences will be valid. There is overwhelming and irrefutable evidence that a pandemic was expected. It was never a question of if, it was only a question of when. In 2005, the WHO warned that a major flu pandemic was overdue and expected to occur. The WHO told every country across the globe they needed to prepare for a pandemic.
The Australian government believed the WHO warning that a pandemic was coming.
In 2006, after the WHO warning, the federal government, in partnership with the states, put together this plan for what Australia should do when the pandemic hits. As required under the Australian Constitution, the states are responsible for managing most of the on-the-ground response. So in 2014, the Victorian government finally released its pandemic management plan. So the Victorian government knew it was coming, and they knew it was their job to be prepared.
On January 30, 2020, the WHO declared COVID-19 a pandemic.
January 30th, 2020. That's when the WHO told every country in the world to be ready to respond to COVID-19. Within months, Australia's COVID-specific national plan was released. The states then had to put in place their individual plans to cope with COVID. The Victorian government's plan was released on the 10th of March 2020.
But Victoria made no plans for hotel quarantine.
The head of the Department of Health and Human Services, Kim Peake, admitted under oath that on March 26, 2020, just 2 days before Victoria launched its hotel quarantine plan, Victoria actually had no plan. Think about that. The pandemic had been going for months. Hotel quarantine is starting in Australia in 2 days' time, and Victoria still didn't have a plan for hotel quarantine.
Other countries had hotel disease control plans.
Hong Kong health authorities had 84 pages of guidelines on how to prevent the spread of infection in hotels. Academics around the world were talking about the role hotels must play during emergencies like SARS and swine flu, and the World Health Organization was issuing key quarantine advice. But despite all this, Victorian health authorities didn't have a plan. The evidence is clear. The pandemic wasn't unprecedented. It was expected. Victoria was warned about it and was meant to be ready. But health authorities forgot to plan for hotel quarantine. That failure to plan ended up killing 800 people and leading to the lockup of Victoria. Victorians deserve better, and those responsible for the 800 deaths must be prosecuted.